All right. Next, let us see with whom. Okay, who are the project uh, participants with whom you are going to collaborate, you are going to coordinate, you are going to follow. Okay, you are going to send all your documents for action. That's where it's that's where this slide's going to help you understand who are the project participants on the on any project. It's distributed into various phases. Okay, once a construction project is visualized by the client, it's come up as a starts as a concept. We start as a concept phase, and client visualizes a project. Okay, based on that it moves on to second stage as planning and designing phase, uh, where the structural consultant, MEP consultant and design architect come on board. Okay, they design the project. The architect design the project, structural consultant they design the structure of the project and seek authority, government approvals for those designs. Okay, MEP consultants, cost consultant come on board. Next, in the pre-construction phase, the project management consultants come on the project. PMCs play a very important role again on the project. They are basically the client representative on the project, and they supervise and manage the construction process, the project phases on behalf of the client. Okay, and they are basically the client representative on the project. Okay, they act as a second in command for the owner of the project. Okay, and next, after the bidding process, the main contractor comes on board. Then the construction phase starts. Subcontractors and suppliers and vendors come out of the project, and lastly, once the project is finished, we hand over the project to the client. Okay, that's how it is called a project closeout phase. The entire project data and document is handed over to the client. Okay, see here in the map. Yes, you may have your design architect somewhere in New York. Okay, and your MEP consultant might be somewhere in Singapore. Okay, your supplier maybe from China, the elevators and all, and you have some specialized equipment coming from Germany, and your suppliers there are from Dubai, and likewise. With more and more project getting bigger volume wise, and to achieve clients specified standards, expertise required on such projects are contracted to engage, collaborate and work from different parts of the world. Okay, so it so happens that your design architect might be from New York, yeah, maybe consultant from Singapore. Okay, yeah, you're purchasing, procuring specialized equipment from Berlin, Germany. Okay, your facade consultant is from Turkey, and you have various suppliers from China, Malaysia, Turkey, Dubai, something like that. So that's how various project participants plays important role on a successful completion of the project. But your role remains the central and the most important part on the project, where you coordinate and follow up with all these stakeholders. Okay, the documents coming from the drawings coming from the design architect, structural consultant. Okay, the invoice coming from main contractor, we receive it and we send it to the cost consultant for their review and approval, and after their approval we send to the client for the payment clearance. Okay, so that's your role plays important part on the project with all those project participants. All right, again continuing with whom you're going to just with whom you are going to collaborate on the project. Who are those project participants? What would be the standard flow of documents on any project? Okay, document issuer, generator, it would be mainly and mostly it would be the main contractor, subcontractors, suppliers and vendors who will be generating all this document, and they'll be centrally sending it and submitting it to you as per the submission protocol agreed for the project. Centrally, for the project management consultant document controller will receive and acknowledge the submission from the document issuer, and obviously it would be after obviously it would be after doing the quality check, and then only he'll acknowledge the incoming document from the contractor, and he'll update the document register. Next, he'll submit the document as a workflow to the reviewer. It can be an internal in-house PMC reviewers, or it can be an external consultant. Okay, so the project management consultant document controller submits the workflow for review. Okay, to the reviewer. The reviewer, as I said, reviewer, it will be in-house or external consultant. Reviewers would be your design architect, structural consultant, MEP consultant, facade consultant, cost consultant for the invoices and billing, BOQs and all, billing, in-house PMCs also. Okay, so they are going to review all your documents, okay, and submit their review and approval comments. It will come back to the project management consultant document controller, and once the PMC document controller receives the reply from the reviewers, he will update the record status in the document register and forward it back to the contractor for the closure of the transaction. Okay, the review status can be A, B, C, D, whether it is approved or approved as noted or revised, resubmit, or maybe rejected. So that's how the entire cycle would follow a standard flow within the project. Okay, the issuer generates it, the document controller PMC receives it, it being reviewed by the reviewer. Specialized consultants, they get their reply and send it back to the document controller, and it goes back with the status, approval status or revised, resubmit or rejected status back to the contractor, and the cycle gets over and completed. Okay, and the status is updated in the document register accordingly, right?